How many of you know what a cobbler is? Earlier, you would walk down a street, meet a man who you might even have mutual friends with, or even know in person, and he would measure your feet, okay, and he would make you custom shoes. They would fit you well, not squeeze the front part of your foot and cause you to have develop shoe foot over a long amount of time, and they would last a very long time as well. If you had a broken shoe, you could actually take them to the cobbler and he would repair them. These days, everybody just goes to Nike.
It's pronounced Nike.
You go to some fucking shopping mall in a car as well, which I'll talk about cars later, but whatever. You go to a shopping mall where all the outlets are just a bunch of franchised crap that were made by an oppressed kid in China or India or wherever the fuck, right? And you pay a royal fee because some black guy wore a similar type of shoe.
Bruh.
Or an Asian guy or whatever. My brother had a transfer student from Germany who came to Singapore to buy fucking shoes. He came here to buy $600 Nikes. This kid comes from a place that boasts high quality craftsmanship. And he comes to Singapore where everything is fucking franchised and imported from gigantic mega corporations that destroy the environment and literally oppress workers. He came here to go to that outlet to buy shoes. You see, that cobbler I described, he died about 2 generations ago when the Nike stores came to town and his son went to universities to study gender or whatever the fuck. Now stores are owned by gigantic corporations who hire replaceable workers. Everybody is a replaceable part of a machine that exists to increase profits of soulless corporations. Community is gone, and human rights are gone along with them, for convenience sake. Oh, I don't want to set anything up. I don't want to go to a cobbler. That's gay. I'm just going to order my shoes. Exploring FOSS software really opened my eyes to literal freedom. Now when I look around me, everyone and everything is so alienated. It exists solely to serve corporations, stock prices, and the economy. Earlier, the cobbler owned the land, he owned the shop, and he owned the tools inside the shop. And he would pass that profession and skills on to his son, who would become the cobbler for the next generation in that community. Everybody was valued, people mattered, and skills meant something. Nowadays, you work a job you don't care about, producing low-quality goods for someone you have never met and will never meet, so you can buy shit from another monopolistic franchise megacorporation that does the same thing to its workers. You are a replaceable worker. You are a replaceable consumer, threatened with low quality of life if you refuse to do your meaningless fucking job. You see, if Linux had a problem, you could go to the internet. Or you could ask someone about it. Oh, you got the lib chromosomes not found error? Yeah, man, that shit happened to me too. Here's how you fix it. Oh, cool, man. Thanks. Hey, that's a nice background you got there. Did you make that yourself? And again, with these 2 simple lines, a human interaction takes place. A human interaction that could lead to a friendship. That could lead to building your social network. That could be used to combat loneliness in the long run if hundreds of these happen. But with Windows, on the other hand, it's just you have an error, you just need to contact Microsoft support. And yes, Windows gets errors, Windows breaks, and Windows causes a fuck ton of problems, okay? Windows is not stable or whatever the fuck. And it updates every 2 seconds. But whatever, let's go to another example. You see, nowadays you have a lot of developers complaining about how their aunt asks them to fix their phone. But you see, this is actually a very good thing. If your aunt asks you to fix your phone, then that means she sees you as a somewhat useful person. That is an opportunity to be useful to someone who cares about you and increase your social network as well. It's an opportunity for you to expand. These days, these fucking insolent soy devs actually complain about that fact. Dumbass, she's trying to build a relationship with you, you idiot. But the truth is, you can't fix her phone because the phone is fully proprietary and is designed to be anti-repair. Fucking Marquez Brownlee. She is dependent on the corporation. Only they can fix her phone. Imagine a world where you could fix her phone and you did. She would remember that and she might even send a few more people your way. Again, like I said, this will allow you to increase your social ties. Now she's going to remember you fixed her phone and next time she meets somebody with a broken phone, she can tell them, oh yeah, I have this nephew who's a Linux terminal user and he can fix your phone. And now you might meet more people who could become your friends. You might meet your future partner. You might meet somebody who could offer you a job. And this is how things actually used to work back then. Not with Linux or whatever, but just in general. People would first ask people they cared about. Nowadays, this is seen as free labor. You'll see these soy devs talk about, pay me please, I can't fix your phone, okay? That's like a different field. People used to be valued. Their skills used to mean something. Imagine going to a local repairman in your local town and walking there. No fucking cars, okay? He says hi. You converse with him a little. You give him your laptop. And he actually fixes it instead of telling you you have to buy a new one. Holy shit. You see, this is what FOSS is about. It's not about fucking Arch Linux or flexing about it or dabbing on proprietary cucks. Oh, and by the way, I'd like to say, I use FreeBSD, motherfuckers, so do not assume my fucking distro, okay? That's prejudice. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one. Dab on the Linux cucks, because Linux is gay. I use FreeBSD, bro.